Let's make some beaver tails. The cheesecake beaver tail. These are life-changing. Now, somebody on my page has continued to ask for some beaver tails. So guys, today that is exactly what we're gonna make. And to my electric mixing bowl, I'm gonna add 1.5 cups of warm milk. I took it straight out of the fridge and into the microwave for 1 minute. 2 tablespoons of sugar. Can you guys believe that the bread queen allowed herself to run out of yeast? I had to run to the corner store and all they have are these little packs, but that's okay. All we need is 2¼ teaspoons of yeast, and one of these little packs is exactly what we're looking for. Giving this a good whisk, and then we're gonna let it sit on the counter here for 5 minutes to activate. The quick rise yeast, I still like to let it sit to activate. I hope you guys were able to see the yeast activate there. I find it so fascinating to actually watch. And just a reminder, if your yeast doesn't do that, it doesn't come to the top, it doesn't bloom, it doesn't get all nice and frothy, don't continue. It probably means that your yeast isn't good or that your liquids weren't warm enough. Reminder, once you open a jar of yeast, it does need to be stored in the refrigerator. So say right on the container to place in the fridge once opened. Obviously, for these little packages, they are perfectly fine in your pantry. 1/3 cup of melted butter, about a teaspoon of salt, about a teaspoon of vanilla. Now we need to start incorporating some all-purpose flour, and how much all-purpose flour? I have no idea because I've actually never made beaver tails on my channel before, and I'm actually just throwing this recipe together on the spot. Okay, so we're gonna start incorporating some flour here. 1 cup, 2 cups. You know what? I think I'm going to start with the 2 cups. I'm going to throw it into my electric mixer on medium speed with the dough hook, which is like the level 4 or 5. We're definitely going to need more flour, but I'm just going to start with that. I ended up incorporating 3.5 cups of all-purpose flour, and this is probably some of the softest dough that I have ever made. Like, it's just buttery, melting in your hands, soft. But it doesn't stick to my hands. So that is the perfect amount for me. But like I always say, and do what I did and just start your flour low and work your way up, whether you're by hand or in the electric mixer, just always start low and work your way up. And like, look at how perfect that dough is. One thing that sucks is if you add too much flour, trying to fix it is just incredibly hard. But if you just need to keep adding flour because you have too much liquid, it's so much easier, okay? I'm just gonna grease the bowl. I have a little bit of that butter left in my measuring cup here. I'm gonna place that beautiful soft dough in here. We're gonna cover it and we're gonna let it rise at least 1 hour. This is our dough now. We're gonna dump it out. Now you can obviously make your beaver tails any size that you want. I'm not quite sure how much I'll get from this dough yet. I was aiming for 5, but I feel like that's gonna be a very big beaver tails. Maybe 6. I'm gonna weigh them. So they are between 150 and 160 grams each. Now, like I said, I've never made a beaver tail, so I'm not really sure if we should stretch this out by hand or we should roll it. So let me figure that out and report back, okay? All right, we're going with rolling. Rolling. Yeah. Like that. So I just have some parchment paper and I'm actually going to move our tails onto there. All right, our beaver tails are all rolled out. We're gonna cover them and let them do a second rest. It's been about 20 minutes and now we're gonna go heat up some oil. Just using some vegetable oil. All right, we're gonna take each one. Hopefully our oil is hot enough. Okay. I used a chopstick. All right, so the oil could have been a little hotter. Okay, leave me alone. And I know these are broken. I need a new pair. Oh, it looks so pretty. So I've just been flipping it back and forth and look at how beautifully golden brown that is. Pretty sure we are done. I'm gonna remove it and stick it on a wire rack. I really want this one to be a cinnamon sugar one, so while it is still really warm, I'm gonna place it in some cinnamon and some sugar. Just took some regular granulated sugar and then just sprinkled some cinnamon into it. And then I'm gonna put it on that wire rack and I'm gonna keep going. Look at how beautiful this one is. Now we have to come up with some ideas on what kind of beaver tails that we want. We know that we have a cinnamon sugar already. My daughter is here with her friend and they both want Nutella and banana ones. And then I'll think of some others for the rest. This stuff has to be the grossest thing that was ever invented. It's just disgusting. Coming from someone that puts everything in her mouth. It's gross. Now all I have is a very ripe banana that was supposed to be for banana bread. So hopefully the girls don't complain. All right, we have the banana Nutella beaver tail. You don't have to lie to me.
No, it's good.
You sure? It's just like a big, giant donut. Okay, I guess we're butchering this one. Look at how fluffy it is, you guys. Oh, oh disgusting. Look at that dough. Okay. Yeah. Okay, you're gonna get Nutella on my camera. This is actually so good.
It's delicious.
I'm thinking I'm gonna make a s'more one. I'm just taking this chocolate syrup and we're gonna add it as our base. Now I just took a graham cracker and crushed it. And I didn't have any baby marshmallows. So I took big marshmallows and then I just cut them into little pieces. And now they're all sticky.
I just gained like 2 pounds.
All right, we got the s'more one. Now I didn't measure, but I just took some cream cheese, some powdered sugar, and a little bit of vanilla to make like a cheesecake one, okay? Just gonna add that to the bottom. I'm gonna have to make another batch of these tonight. That's probably what I'm gonna do because Steve and Harper aren't home and they would probably just love these and we've pretty much eaten them all, so. Looks like I'm gonna be making another batch. These are the best things I've ever made. Adding some fresh strawberries, blueberries. They have some raspberries, some whipped cream. Oh, I really want to try them all, which I kind of did, everything but the Nutella. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's life-changing. There's more. They're like really fancy donuts. That dough is incredible.
You're so funny, Anna.
Right.
I think it was pretty good. Yeah.
Really?